Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and thank you so much for joining me at my channel today. This is going to be your astrology and tarot reading for the month of September 2023, and we're going to use a variety of oracle decks and 2 tarot decks to get your overall major monthly themes. Anything that's important to you, anything that you really need to see is what we're going to be focusing on in this read. So stay with us till the end. We always have a good affirmation for all of our signs. Cancer, as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And we're going to start in with some oracle, and I will be touching on the astrology as we move through your reading. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Cancers for the month of September 2023. Anything they need to see and be most aware of, including their main themes and keywords. Let's see what we have for Cancer. And we have Stand Still, Cancer. I think whenever this card comes up, it really signifies a divine time out, right? It sometimes can indicate that something has come to a standstill and you need to just be patient and wait until the energy moves. And that's perfectly fine for this month. I would say this is actually quite good advice for you and for a number of us, because we do have a lot of retrograde motion. Many times that is the divine planetary alignment that tells us it's time to take a little bit of a break, review, reflect, and look at things from a different perspective. We are in Virgo season as we move through most of this month. We will be entering the time of Libra later on September 22nd. The full moon of this month, comes late in the month. Our full moons have been a little bit later, more towards the end of each month. That'll be on the 29th. In the sign of Aries. So that's going to spur a lot of action and new beginnings, especially for you, because full moons and the movements of the moon are more important to Cancer, being that is your ruling luminary. I'll also point out that, we start September coming in from a lot of intense energy with that full moon, blue moon, super moon. It's kind of like all the moons in one, At the end of August was a lot of energy. That was a lot to come to completion with. So, if you need a little break here, Cancer, not at all a wrong thing to do. Virgo season is good for you. It's not a bad time. It's actually very beneficial to Cancer. We do have Saturn and Neptune both still moving in Pisces, also very beneficial to you. I will also say that, right now Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus. All these planets are, all these signs are very beneficial to you. So I don't think that it's a bad time out. I think it's just maybe even a time to rest. So let's pull some more cards. Let's see what we can get a little bit deeper into that message. We're going to pull a numerology card and get you a special number for this month. And we have the number, ooh, a lot of love energy here, Cancer. My goodness. Okay. I'm seeing this on the top and the bottom. I don't always, pull more than one card, but I do if it feels right. And this definitely feels right because they go hand in hand. On the top, the first card we pulled was number 26, the love partnership. 2 + 6 = an 8. That's big manifestation there. So you could be either solidifying something with someone, going back into a relationship with someone. But love partnership is very, very strong. Number 6 on the bottom is just love in its purest form. Number 6 is the number of the Lovers card in the tarot, and it also does deal with our one-on-one relationships. But to me, when you get love partnership and love together in a read, that's very, very strong, because, love can just be having a feeling of love. It doesn't necessarily have to go anywhere. It could just be loving a pet, loving your job, loving what you're doing, loving somebody. But when the partnership comes in there, it's much more manifest. So I would say, even if you've kind of been like maybe dating around or looking around, or, maybe you feel like you're kind of serious with somebody, but you're not quite sure, this could be the month where that starts to gain a little more ground. Especially as we get into Libra season. Libra is a very strong partnership sign. I'll also mention that we are going to come out of that Venus retrograde that we've been in on September 4th. So you will definitely notice the shift, the change. Let's get into a crystal or gemstone. Let's see what you need to work with the most for this month ahead. And the labradorite is coming up. So this enhances psychic abilities and intuition. Labradorite has a lot in common with moonstone, which I, really love, especially for your sign. It has that beautiful blue chatoyancy, that shimmer in it. Labradorite is a variety of moonstone. It just has a deeper, richer color. So I would say, this is a wonderful stone to work with. I personally do love it. I think it's beautiful as well. And it does activate that third eye chakra. And it helps clear the mind, which is a good idea. We got a Mercury retrograde until September 15th. So clearing the mind is definitely a good idea. And it also helps focus on your more intuitive side, your more subconscious side. Let's get into next. We're going to pull another card from another oracle deck. And this is going to be for your guardian or spiritual guide for this month of September. Who's going to be the most strong in your corner, Cancer? Very nice. This is some real, this is a real serene feeling energy that's coming through. So I would say the more that you relax, meditate, focus, we have Master Buddha coming through here, along with the standstill, the intuitive enhancement, that love vibration. This is a very, very nice combination of influences and guide stones for you. Again, increased awareness, right? Increased psychic ability, increased intuition. Cancer, I think you're already a naturally very sensitive and very psychic sign. But as you know, if we focus a little bit more and we listen more and we take the guidance of what our subconscious is telling us, it tends to not really be wrong. You know that. And so I would say that if you're getting a feeling about something, whatever it may be, even if other people are telling you you're off base or you don't know what you're talking about, you're right about it. That's the feeling I get. But again, deep connection and trust your inner voice. Absolutely. If you already meditate or practice, any form of Buddhism, or feel drawn to that, this reading is probably going to resonate with you even stronger, right? So let's get into your tarot next, Cancer. We're going to be pulling from the Arcanum deck. I do have links to all of the card decks that I use in my readings in case you like to check them out and do these kind of things for yourself. Sometimes it's nice to have the cards so you can pull them each day or each month and see what comes up for you. All right, Spirit, let's see what we have for Cancer in the tarot. September 2023, please. I always like to put good intention, good energy into the decks as we shuffle them. I almost feel like two were coming up for the center. Yeah, I'm going to take them both. I'm feeling, wow, I like the way this is laying out. Yeah, okay, so here we go, Cancer. Right in the center, what I was feeling, Three of Cups is out with the Tower card, and so what you may be feeling is a combination of feeling pretty good about some things, but I feel like action is happening. And I would say with these two together, this feels a lot like a new social circle to me. There might be some changes in who you spend your time with. There may be people that you realize, that friendship or association is really going nowhere good, or it just doesn't have the kind of foundation that it needs to last the test of time. The reason I feel this is because the Three of Cups is so much about socializing, celebrating, hanging out with your friends, and this Tower is all about foundations that need to be solid and real to last. It is also Mars ruled, so it has a lot to do with action and motion and things moving. Sometimes it doesn't always feel the greatest because it is a herald of change. But for you, I think it may be a very positive change because the Three of Cups is celebratory. You may be getting some new friends or some new partnerships into your life that just, it can feel a little upsetting to let some people go, but they're meant to go. And better ones are meant to take their place or take up more of your time. And we have Justice. So see, I really feel this is being brought into balance, and I would say that this is going to strengthen even greater as we move towards Libra season, because Justice is a strong Libra energy. I will also point out that Mars the rulership of the Tower card is in the sign of Libra throughout this month. So absolutely, there is a big action, maybe big, bold, and fiery and feisty being taken by you or by the divine, or you with the divine, to gain a better sense of balance, harmony. If somebody is in your life that just keeps causing trouble, drama, chaos, it's like out they go. You need to be brought back into balance. Immediate past is our King of Swords. This is our Aquarius King, so you may have Aquarian energy or air sign energy around you, especially in this recent past. If not, this is a card of strategy, of you using that clear-cut mind. I feel like Spirit, though, is pushing you more into a use of your intuitive presence and mind, less than overthinking it. So let's get a clarifier. Let's see what more we can learn about this King of Swords for you. And the Nine of Swords. Ooh, so Cancer, like I said, this could be, could be an Aquarius, could be an air sign, could be just somebody in general that was causing you a lot of worry, doubt, anxiety, sleepless nights, really had your mind going. And if it's not an external person, this may have been you really worrying, really having a lot of, just thoughts that go round and round and round because you were really trying to figure out the best strategy, the best way forward, the best plan of action. I feel like that action is definitely getting taken, though. Kind of whether you really like it or planned for it to be that way or not. But what I feel is that even if it's chaotic when those changes happen this month, it really shakes out to balance itself in a very fair and positive way. So I wouldn't worry about any changes that happen. Don't take them as something negative this month, Cancer, because I really feel like that's meant to be that way. It's bringing your life back into harmony. Going forward, I feel like you're very, very empowered. With the Future card is the Chariot. This is your power card, Cancer. It does rule your sign. And so not only do I feel that you are moving in a much more positive and, yes, very balanced direction. We have, the dark and the light, the balance of the feminine, the masculine. This is a beautiful card. The yin and the yang is why we have the black and the white horses, because this is that balance of intensities that comprise our personalities and our subconscious. So you're much more in understanding, in alignment with your subconscious. And I think in some ways too, this could be a signal that you're trusting your intuition more. The more you listen to yourself and the more that you're proven right, Cancer, the more you're like, yeah, I don't want to ever go against my own inner voice. Let's get a clarifier for this Chariot card for you. Oh, I noticed, I love the artwork in this card, but he has a tiny little crab right on the center of his shirt. Yes. And Queen of Swords. Ooh, Cancer, you are the Queen of Justice, the King of Justice, whatever of justice you are, absolutely this month. Queen of Swords is more Libra energy. I think this Libra energy is actually really pushing you in a good direction, even though Libra can be a little bit challenging of a sign to Cancer because it is a square to your sign. I think it's actually pushing you to greater heights this month because Queen of Swords is my no-nonsense lady. She will not put up with people causing her drama, stress, difficulty, chaos. She's like, no, I don't have time for that. And she really uses her balance and her sensibilities to cut out what is negative and keep what's positive. On the bottom subconscious card, subconscious focus, is this Page of Swords. So what I would also tell you, Cancer, is do not listen to idle gossip. Don't pay attention to, news that isn't for sure. Page of Swords can be very immature energy. The best interpretation for me is from the Page of Swords is that it's focused on seeing things in a new way and researching and looking over a lot of new information. And that could be true for you. But considering we have both Venus and Mercury retrograde energies this month, for me, it's more like, don't believe everything you hear, unless you hear it or see it from the source. Because Page of Swords can be a young kind of messenger, and he doesn't always get his news quite right? So, and he kind of likes to run his mouth a little bit. It's Gemini energy, right? So it can be a little gossipy. So, you know, if somebody's just trying to stir up trouble by spreading, you know, things that may or may not be true, I wouldn't take it to heart. And we have Four of Pentacles. So there we go. I think, yes, be careful, because the Four of Pentacles is a little conservative. You know, she's a little careful. She's kind of like, I don't really want to get hurt emotionally. I don't want to get taken advantage of financially. So I'm gonna play my coins a little close to the chest. You know, she's Capricorn energy. So that's what I would say about the Four of Pentacles. It's just, you know, be careful where your resources come from. Don't invest in something unless it feels right. Crowning the spread, message from Spirit on the top is the Eight of Cups. This to me is a card of, again, leaving something behind that just doesn't suit you. We have, you know, the Eight of Cups, and it's pretty decent, but it's not the 9, and it's certainly not the 10. And so this is Spirit really telling you, Cancer, you may be leaving something behind for something better. You realize that you maybe aren't being treated right in a situation. Something or some person is not right for you, or some friendship's not right for you, and you will be moving forward. And I love that big, beautiful full moon, because like I said, you are the little moon children, and that is an important energy for you. Yeah, and I think you're leaving behind a lot of just quarrelsome energy, agitation, people that just stir up little, you know, kind of spiteful little arguments, and just can't let things be, can't just be at peace, right? With that Five of Wands, it's just, you know, it's not like it's a major battle all the time, but it's like having a splinter. It's just annoying enough to where you can't just relax entirely because your mind is on that little pebble in your shoe, right? It's just, that's a thing. So I do think you're going to leave behind anything that's just gnawing at you. People that are difficult, people that are gossipy, all that kind of stuff is just being left behind, and you are definitely moving on to better things. These are great cards. Let's get into some advice, some extra info for how Cancer should handle this energy, please. Yes, you're a little guarded, and that's okay. I feel like, you know, you've probably had some people or some situations around you that have made you doubt yourself a little bit, or doubt your own mind a bit. And that's, you know, there's no reason to do that. You're leaving behind something really that wasn't so nice. Suggested approach is the Seven of Wands. So that actually is a sign that, you know, it's fine to be guarded. It's fine to be careful. This is saying to pick your battles wisely, right? You don't have to fight every single battle you're invited to, that's for sure. But feel it out. Feel it out. You know, this is somebody that's guarded, and they're looking at all those wands, and there's nobody actually in sight holding the wands, right? It could just be an illusionary battle in your own mind, or it could be people coming at you. Either way, you know, it's okay to kind of assess the situation before you respond. Seven of Pentacles, and I do feel like it's like you're protecting what you're growing, and that could be a variety of things. With the Pentacles, obviously you could be protecting your business. You could be protecting something that you built. Maybe you built a business in your own name. Maybe somebody is trying to like take that away from you or undermine it a little bit. That could be a situation. You may be just simply invested in your own personal growth and well-being, and you are very protective about not letting anybody hijack that for you. Right here we have what you need to know, Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, there's something to do with finances for some of you, and just being allowed to enjoy your own space. You may have been in a situation, Cancer, where, you know, if something's going really well for you, maybe at work or in life, and if you tell anybody, they're like, it's not that great. They do something to kind of nitpick it and tear it down. You end up not feeling so good. But what you need to know is you're actually probably doing a lot better than you quite realize. Because the Nine of Pentacles is a very successful business person. That's their garden's growing well. Everything's successful. They've got the falcon on the shoulder that has that, you know, gift of far sight and the ability to kind of see what's coming down the road. So, whew, let's get a clarifier on this one for Cancer, please. I'm getting a good feeling about that one. Yep, the Magician. So, you know, whatever you put your mind to, Cancer, you just need to know that you really have the capability to grow some things. And I also feel that this is a message to let you know that right now the Mercury cycles have been a little challenging, because the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy and the Magician is Mercury itself. So just keep in mind, you know, Mercury and Virgo this month, it's right there, and reflected in the cards as well, that is impacting a lot of circumstances right now. So just give it a moment. Like I said, it ends on September 15th. And, you know, just be gentle with yourself as that energy comes back around, okay? Going into the hopes and fears, we have the King of Wands. And I think this is really interesting because on the bottom of this deck, after we finished the pull, we had the Emperor as well, okay? So to me, this is all about leadership. It's all about having that dynamic, confident, courageous vision to go get what you want. And you won't believe this, right underneath him, the Justice card. Yes, so I feel like if you have been in any doubt about taking your place of leadership, taking your place of courage, taking your place of dynamic energy, this is really saying it's fine to come to the forefront here, Cancer. Don't doubt yourself anymore. If there's something you want, go get it. If there's something you would like to have, ask for it. The very worst that can happen is somebody says no, right? But if you don't ask, you can't ever know for sure. So be bold, you know, don't be afraid. Look at that Ace of Swords. Yes, you know, there's a victory in that for you to go forward for what you want. And, you know, that's why Aries folks, you know, very fiery. They're really spontaneous. If they want something, they just go for it. And in a lot of ways, it saves a lot of time, because if the answer is no, it's like, all right, that's a no. I'm going to move on to the next thing. And it saves you a lot of time instead of just thinking about it too much, right? I will also point out that on September 1st, the moon sign that we enter the month in with is Aries, right? That's where the moon is going to be at the start of the month. So it kind of brings that in. You know, we start out with an Aries moon and then we end the month with a full moon in Aries. So I think that's really interesting for you. Outcome card, look at this again, Cancer. You have a very dynamic reading. There's a lot moving here. Eight of Cups, the Chariot, Six of Swords, they're all moving, they're all going. And this is, again, leaving behind the drama, leaving behind, you know, any kind of difficult or unfortunate circumstances, even if you know, had to take a little bit of a loss, because these folks, you know, they packed what they could to get on the boat, and they're heading out, right? And it's really leaving behind something that was not enjoyable, something that was a lot more difficult in exchange for a better life, exchange for a brighter horizon. So I feel like this is really a beautiful month of really clearing the decks for you, letting go of something or someone or somebodies that just haven't been for your highest good. And you're coming to a much more peaceful place within yourself. You're trusting yourself more. Your intuition is popping off. Let's get a clarifier on Six of Swords, please, Spirit. Yes, and I do feel that you're still in process of this, and that's totally okay. We do have the Hanged Man. Of course, in this adorable bunny-themed tarot deck, we have the Hanged Bunny. And that is simply a transition from one life to the next. I do think for some of you, Cancer, there is going to be something that you either have to release or straight out let go of. It may feel like a loss to you, but really what's meant to be yours can never fully be taken away. So don't be afraid to let go of what you need to let go of in order to seek for your greater peace. Again, on the bottom of the deck was the Emperor, and the other deck, we had the Ace of Cups. Huge blessings, beautiful, beautiful outcomes and fulfillment. And I do feel there is that spark of love. There's that love partnership, and there's that spiritual love coming in as well with that final card. So Cancer, I love your reading. Let's get into into an affirmation, please, for Cancer. Yes, look at this. We have surrender. Like I said, you may have to release something here. This is a moment of awakening and relief. It is done. Step back to see the big picture instead of fighting a battle you cannot win. Stop struggling, concede, and preserve your energy for the next plan of attack. Winning is ahead. Love that reading, Cancer. This is very dynamic. There's a lot of growth on the horizon, I feel. I hope it is a fabulous month for you, and I will see you again soon. Take care.